Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to a new day. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my platform. This is going to be a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. So on the top of the platform for our title so far, we have So We're Just Doing This Now. Whatever that is, okay? And period. So, first thing that we're going to do is Wealthy is Rising. Thank you guys for being here. It's Surah Al Fatiha. So, Surah Al Fatiha is in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. All praises for Allah, the Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you are blessed. You have blessed, not those you are displeased with, or those who are astray. I mean, next thing we're going to do is go to Psalms 91. Please and thank you. Everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I totally appreciate that. I'm a trusty little fan. I need to be advertising this. I don't know why I haven't so far because I keep this thing on me all day around here because it just be hot. But I need to figure out where I need to put it at. But and it gives like the most little powerful gust of wind. Anyway, do with that information what you will. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Amen. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. That was Psalms 91, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Come on in, come on in. Wealthy is rising, rich rising, and blessings. The message, there's a poll on all of the videos for this week, and the message on this one says, are you becoming more self aware lately? Are you becoming more self aware lately? So I don't know how many of y'all have answered that, but the question is there. So make sure y'all answer that. Also, there's a Q&A in there. I don't know exactly what that says, but we will see. All right. So I'm gonna put my little fan here. Hopefully it stays because I want it to. But I don't know hold it this whole entire time. Anyway, so on today's agenda, what's on your agenda today? What's on the agenda? Let's see. We're gonna pull up our affirmations first and foremost. Everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in. As you know, I keep it at 9 degrees in my house, but it's too shy. Calm down. It just be when I be running around and fresh out the shower and everything else. And then I be coming here. And then I'm in this room, but I got the window open, so if y'all hear anything, that's the reason why. Welcome, 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 everyone. Come on in, please, and thank you. Wait for my screen to come up so we can get to what we need to get to. So we're just doing this now. They might have done it twice. So we're just doing this now. Why are you doing that? first and foremost, we got. Alright, so we're just doing this now. So we're just glowing up without warning now. Love that for us. So we're just choosing peace over chaos now. Love that for us. So we're just walking in confidence now. Definitely. So we're just attracting good things effortlessly now. So we're just leaving stress in the past now. Definitely. Deal with what you can deal with and let God have the rest. I don't know why my screen is acting up, but we're going to deal with it. So we're just protecting our own energy no matter what now. Love that. So we're just becoming the best version of ourselves now. Amen. Because why should we not? Hold on, everyone. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Everyone, please don't hang out my tea. I made this, it's got clove in it, so, and it's just been soaking, and sitting. It's got clove, and I've been having it soak for a minute, and I forgot it. Anyway, so we're becoming the best version of ourselves now. Preparing clove tea, yeah. So we're just manifesting big opportunities now. Love that. So we're just moving different and leveling up quietly now. Definitely. So we're just stepping into our own power like it's normal now. I mean, please and thank you. So we're just turning dreams into reality now. Definitely. So we're just blessed, protected, and unbothered now. So we're just letting things flow in our favor now. So we're just healing, growing, and winning now. And so we're just trusting ourselves more now. All of those things. So we have a message here, God. We're really growing into who we're meant to be now. Thank you for every lesson, every door, every closed door, every new beginning, and every moment that you pushed us forward, even when we didn't understand it at the time. Help us walk in peace instead of fear, confidence instead of doubt, and purpose instead of confusion. Protect our minds, our hearts, and our energy from anything that tries to distract us from where you have for us to go. Let healing flow where hurt has been. Let clarity come where there has been confusion. Let abundance, love, wisdom, and strength enter every area of our life. Teach us to trust the process even when we can't see the full picture yet. Remind us that growth sometimes feels uncomfortable because we're becoming greater, something greater. May we continue to grow, rise, heal, glow, and move with grace. May the right people, opportunities, and blessings find us at the right time. And may we never forget how far we've already come. I mean, so you're just becoming unstoppable now, attracting peace, money, and good energy now, letting go of what no longer serves you now, stepping into your purpose fearlessly now, trusting the divine timing. Amen. Because, man, How many of you want something, pray for something, advocated for something, and it may not have came as fast as you wish for it to? And you started to have a little bit of fear, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of questioning, like, is it going to happen? And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth right now. I'm in the midst of one of those moments, right? And this is the reason why we have this, even coming up, probably questioning, because sometimes God be checking me on my own stuff, right? And it'd be a thing where I know God is going to do it, and no matter what happens, the way that it happens, I know God is going to do it for me, right? And whether it be the way I see it, whether it be the way that I want it to be done, either way, whatever is going to happen is going to happen the way that it should. But I have an idea of the way I want things to go, right? And, for all intents purposes, I'm a person, I'm a human being. And so, I may think that I know what's good and what's not. God sees moves 20 steps in advance, because I plan my life sometimes 5 years in advance, 10 years in advance. But God sees a little bit further, more further than we see, right? And so we may not know that thing, that place, that person, that situation may not be the best for us. God sees things exactly as they are, and God sees things that people say, the situations that are happening. So we may not know that a person's talking about us in a bad way. We may think that that person's our friend, but meanwhile God sees that person, the shadiness that they have and that they do, while everything is going on. That place, God sees destruction in that place before we see destruction in that place. So, for all intents and purposes, we think it's all cool and cushy. Meanwhile, God already knows that in da 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 year 2020, 93, this is going to happen. So for your safety, you shouldn't be in this location and things of that nature. And we may be thinking it's like the biggest disaster, at the moment, whatever's happening to us. Meanwhile, we don't know that there's a play already, happening for us. So for me, I've been, asking God for something. I've been trying to make sure I ask God for something in the right way, because we've been learning about words, we've been learning about definitions, we've been learning about etymology, and I have to take my own advice, because guess what? When I'm talking to me. So I have to be, in reminder of some of the things that comes out, because honestly, some days I just get whatever, the title is, or even nothing. And then when we sat down here, God, please do it, and remove me from the message and give whatever it is that you're meant to give. And then all of a sudden, I'm saying some stuff that, Lord, where the hell did that come from? Because that's not me. Like, or something that is an advanced warning system, and then I learned later on, like, oh, that's the reason why that happened. That's the reason why that was said. That's the reason why you learn that, right? So I be having to be mindful to take my own advice, right? All right. So in the process, I've been trying to make sure that the verbiage is correct. And even this morning, I was doing the same exact thing. Mind you, title was there already, but I was doing the same exact thing. As I'm getting dressed, I'm over here saying, um, I done gave up everything that was I deemed to be fun around this, location. All the F's, fun, fucking, all the fun stuff, right? Single, celibate, and sober. You know what I'm saying? And so even with that, actively now doing other stuff, trying to, be mindful that you are a herbalist. Do the things that you need to do as a herbalist. Put that into play. Also, you're a healer. Heal yourself. However it goes. Reverse the time. All of those things, right? Miss Kelly, hi. Miss Kelly said, "Happy Hump Day, everybody." And for all intents purposes, be mindful it could be any day in the world right now. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't think nobody is that far in advance in Friday, but anyway, take it how it resonates, because it's a different day for us. Um, it's Tuesday for me. It could be Monday for somebody else, because we got a lot of different people on this channel. So whenever you're meant to see it is whenever you're meant to see it. All right. Anyway, so I was talking to God this morning, and I was trying to make sure that I say the right thing because um, I don't want to reverse my prayer. I don't want to reverse my question or my what I want, right? But also in the process of that, I don't want to doubt God because I know that God can do it. And so I don't want to come off, as to doubting that God can do it because it's taking longer than what I expected. And mind you, it don't even have nothing to do with nobody else. It just has something to do with me as far as I'm concerned. But what if God is lining it up for it to have something to do with somebody else? You see what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just asking God to do this so I can actively do this. I don't know how God is going to do it. I'm not going to tell God how to do it. God knows how best to do it. But if God is using somebody else for it to get done for me, then God may be preparing the person. God may be, actively doing whatever needs to be done in the process for, whatever that is. Okay. I just have to be obedient and do the things that I'm supposed to do to make sure that, I'm in alignment for the thing that I'm asking for. Anyway, so we're just moving with confidence and clarity now. Choosing ourselves and our peace. Same things, turning pain into power, walking into rooms like we belong there now. Even today, that was another thing. I was sitting here and I was thinking, my, how far I've come on this channel, and it's been like we didn't separate it, or went through many different avenues on this channel. How at first I might have been doing tarot, which I love tarot and I still want to do sometimes, but then, I be questioning, like get the message for yourself because I don't want anybody to think that it's coming from cards, but the cards are actively fun. So we have to do it without doing it that way. Although sometimes I still want to do that. Then we went from, manifesting and talking about how religion and things of that nature have come to like, oh, I got something for y'all because every little step is a thing. And so I meant to give y'all this earlier because I kept wondering why. So this is something that we've been talking about because I said actively the Vatican can change everything, right? Rome can change everything. Mind you, Pope Leo, I actually like Pope Leo. I keep saying that, but intelligence needs to be artificial intelligence. He still has to show up and show us the right way. Okay, so needs to be disarmed. The word is strong, I know, but deliberately chosen because this moment needs words capable of attracting attention, awakening consciences, and indicating paths forward for humanity. Artificial intelligence already touches many areas of our lives and affects decisions that shape human coexistence. It is also dramatically changing how war is waged. Like the earlier Leo, I feel entrusted to look upon another huge transformation with eyes of faith, with lucidity of reason, with openness to mystery, and with cries of the poor and the earth resounding in my heart. Artificial intelligence. All right, well, I don't know why this only played the beginning part. I mean, the end part of it. But anyway, what he did was he apologized for the Vatican and Rome's part in slavery, right? That's a step. That's a step forward. But the other part is this: come get your people, because to me that means that also if y'all know that was wrong, then that means that y'all know that it's people still over here on the property doing a bunch of weird stuff. And the reason why, to me, I feel like anybody would have to apologize for that is because they know that there is still a lot of weird stuff going on. So I'm gonna say thank you to him for even being different and stepping out and acknowledging, but there still has to be more. The show ain't over yet because they still got a lot of stuff that they have to expose and a lot of stuff that they have to give back because it don't belong to y'all. So thank you, and I'm not minimizing it because that was something he'd have done something that this place ain't done. The United States ain't done. They still trying to figure out how to put their foot on people's necks, but they have to still actively undo because a lot of these people over here belong to them. And so They out here letting these people wage war and some other stuff. They out here letting countries, Israel, do what they doing. That they know who's who and where's what and this, that, and the third because they was behind a lot of the stuff that was going on. So he need to go digging into the archives and start giving out some of that information. But he's starting. So there's that. He's doing some stuff that somebody else ain't do. Anyway, we turning power, pain into power now. Walking into rooms that we belong in, like we belong there now. Receiving the blessings that we prayed for now. Breaking old cycles and starting new ones now. Why that? What sound like? What's his name? Young juvenile or something? That's what that sounds like. Learning to flow instead of forcing now. Becoming magnets for good things now. Evolving right in front of everybody now. Glowing and growing now. I love that for us. Anyway, the message for the collective right now is stop doubting the version of yourself that's trying to emerge. You got this. And I told y'all before, I was going to be y'all biggest cheerleader. Even in the midst of things not being the way you wish for them to be, just know that they are the way they need to be. And, this too shall pass if it's not something that you want. And this too shall pass if it is something that you want. Because be mindful to have an attitude of gratitude for, because guess what? You don't want to block or mess up your own blessings because, people do that all the time. Anyway, learning to change, learning to be accepting. I like that for us. A lot of people are outgrowing old habits, old mistakes, old friendships, old fears, and old versions of themselves that they may have stayed attached to. And that's the thing. That uncomfortable feeling, it may not be failure, it may be transformation. And that's the other thing, doing something that you've never done before, even in the midst of. Because every morning I wake up knowing that it's going to be something different now. That's not the way that it used to be. And that felt uncomfortable to me because why the hell are we doing that? But now I'm starting to be thankful for it. Like it's a new version, a new day. It's like something that gets the crumbs get wiped out of your eyes, the stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, so you mean to tell me I can do anything? And even in the midst of people trying to tell you that you can't do anything, but mind you, you can do anything. Like that restriction is not really your restriction. That's just a them restriction. Stepping outside of the box. This is where it is knowing thyself and knowing the laws. Because today seems a whole lot brighter. And what does that mean? Something good is going to happen today, y'all. And if y'all can't feel that, I'm going to feel it for you because something good is going to happen. Something more than good is happening today. Anyway, it's like people starting to wake up, and the fact that that person can even acknowledge it says that a new day is upon us because people are starting to be more aware. And I asked you the question, are you becoming more self aware lately? Are you noticing people outside of you becoming more self aware? Because that's going to be a blessing for this whole entire system. People can't say, oh, well, I didn't see this, or I didn't know this, or I didn't know that. Yeah, you did. It may not be failure, it may be transformation. You're being reminded that not everything falling apart is meant to destroy you. It's like those tower moments, like how in tarot, there's a thing called a tower. So if you don't know anything about tarot, there's a card called the tower. And in that thing, because here we learn Earth School. So Earth School is all the lessons that we go through. We can be relatable because we all kind of go through the same exact thing. There's stuff that happens in your life, stuff that happens in my life. We may not understand, but collectively we can bring it together to kind of quite. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. To kind of put it on the forefront and to say, okay, do you have any ideas as to why this is happening or why that is happening? Energetic ties and things of that nature. But as we go through Earth School and as we go through life, we learn, some of us, if we can. If not, we do it again. We recycle through the same exact stuff. But anyway, the tower is the ending of something and the beginning of something. So depending upon how you feel about it, this is where your life could be shaken. Things are falling apart. Old system, old ways, old customs falling away. You may be in the middle of a breakup, a divorce, a separation, a job, like losing something that you think is a loss, but meanwhile, it is showing you in that area actively where it can be built back up, and this time on a stronger foundation. It's showing you the weak points, the blind spots, the things that could hurt you later on. So you're being reminded that not everything falling apart is meant to destroy you. Some things are moving out of the way because your path is changing. Some doors are closing because your energy no longer belongs there. It's growing. It's also knowing that anything that is changing is meant to change. Why? Because there's something bigger and better along for on the horizon. Some of us basically go through some of these processes because over and over again because we not learning. And I know that's we have to be accountable and aware, and we want to blame other people for situations and circumstances. Um, can I enter other lives? What you mean, can I enter any other lives? What does that mean? Going into other people's lives? Because I think I can. I don't know. That question seems a little weird, but yes. Anyway, being accountable is important because sometimes we'll want to blame other people for things that we need to be accountable for. Like it was our fault. We got many warnings, the early warning system, but because we were comfortable, because we felt comfortable in this arena or in this area, we either didn't do something or we did do something. New opportunities coming, but we don't feel comfortable. We don't think that we belong there. But mind you, you got that opportunity. It was presented to you. That means that it was your time to shine. I was laughing recently because they showed me this based off of um Kim. I think her name is Kim. She's the comedian, and I never realized how much she looked like the lady from 227. What's her name? Is both their names Kim? Anyway, and so they thought that they were sisters or something. But she said she would happen to she was getting ready to go to one of the performances, and she said she was in there by herself. And the lady looked at her thinking that she was related to the lady. Remember the lady that Sandra, that she was related to Sandra. And so she said at the time when Marla, is that her name? Marla asked her, did she act? And she said she told her, yeah. Although she ain't never acted before in her life. She said, but she was not gonna miss this shot at all, period. And so she said, next thing you know, she's a comedian, and next thing you know, she's on. They done wrote into a script for her, and she said what she didn't know was, to not outshine the master. She said she got on that bitch, and she was just acting, cutting a fool because she was not gonna miss this opportunity and this chance. And she said Sandra got mad at her because she started to upstage her, and she started to treat her a certain type of way. And she said Marla, I think that's her name, pulled her in a closet and she told her, "Don't let her disrespect you again." And she said, "Shit." She was thinking, "Oh, I'm just new here, this, that, and the third. She happy to be here. Oh, she can disrespect me, da da da." She said, "Don't let her disrespect you because the show can't go on without you." She said, "If she disrespect you again, walk out." And she said she didn't want to walk out because, but she was learning boundaries. They was trying to teach her, like, you belong here. And sometimes, you just got to take that shot. You just got to take that chance. And regardless of, what happens, just know you did it and you didn't miss it. And that was a moment. And then all of a sudden now she, everybody, she's a household name because everybody know who she is. She done been in Friday. She's a comedian. She like been in a couple movies, you know what I mean? All from her taking a shot on herself and saying, yes, I act when she didn't. Yo, my allergies be going crazy lately, so. And I ain't taking no allergy medicine in days. I'm trying to get off of the one that, because I don't really like it. I need some Claritin D. That's what I normally take that's good for me. But I'm trying not to take none of that shit because I don't trust them. Anyway, long story short, just find something naturally to do. Anybody know any natural histamines for allergies? I'm sure I can look it up, but one that somebody tried. Because they be saying shit and then it don't work. But If you tried it and it worked, let me know. And everything that worked for you won't work for somebody else. So that's another thing. So you're being reminded that not everything falling apart is meant to destroy you. Some things are moving out of the way because your path is changing. Some doors are closing because your energy no longer belongs there. So the collective is learning peace is more valuable than proving yourself. Peace is more valuable than proving yourself because it is. Rest is productive too because it is. Intuition matters because it is. Not everyone deserves access to your energy because they don't. Growth sometimes happens quietly before it becomes visible because it's a you thing. Now, going back, rest is productive too. Some people will call you lazy. Oh, you're lazy because you're da. Rest is productive too. And if your body is telling you to rest, fuck what they talking about. You don't have to try to overproduce for anybody. If your body's telling you to rest, rest. Don't give a damn what these people say because they'll think that they just be thinking. Intuition matters. It's very important for you to know that your intuition is active and running and don't trust what nobody else say because again they will be telling you that you're lazy. Meanwhile, your intuition is telling you to rest, or your intuition they'll tell you to do, oh, I wouldn't do this. Well, it's not about you. It's not for you. It has nothing to do with you, actually. And so people will try to tell you what's best for you. Meanwhile, your intuition, the universe, God, whatever it is that you subscribe to, is actively communicating with you, letting you know. Hawkins, hi, thank you for being here. Good morning. Or Grand Rising. I hate saying any of that. Welcome to a new day. I'm trying to stop saying both of those things. I told you yesterday we talked about that. Good morning. Don't want to say that because whatever it's tied to. Don't really like saying that. And Grand Rising sound like slithering. I mean, they done turned it into GTD. Get the draws. And I don't want to say that. So you know welcome to a new day, everyone. So I'm learning in the process, okay. And so some days we get it right, some days it's just the habit of things that you're used to saying, and then you have to now change the language. So change the lingo. Either way, get it together. um I'm trying, I'm doing it because I'm trying to I don't want to say that either. That's the other thing. It's the verbiage. The verbiage is what is used. I spoke that way for 50 years. I'm 50 years old now because I've been trying to actively stop it for a while. So just think, even from the tune of when I tried to stop it, it's been going on for that long. So now it's going to take this many years, hopefully not as many to deprogram, some of the things, but pray my strength in the Lord, okay? Not everyone deserves access to your energy because they don't. People will try to convince you. Birds of a feather flock together. People will try to convince you. Misery loves company. People will try to convince you to come near them in the midst of they're already actively in their bullshit and you're trying to separate and do your own thing. But mind you, not everyone deserves access to your energy. I don't care who it is. If they not moving in alignment with where you're trying to go or what you're doing or where you're actively being directed to, cut it. I want this thing to stay. I did not mean to disrupt my whole entire system that I had over here. But something was being shown that I didn't need, to be seen because I don't know if you're allowed to have out in the world. They'll be trying to say she got what would you call that? Weapons sitting on her desk and do. Okay? So, and I don't know if the internet would approve because they'll be saying something. We trying to figure out every way to say something. So I had to remove that setup because You know. Anyway, growth sometimes happens quietly before it's visible because you'll start to change in quiet, and then people all of a sudden say, "You done changed." I absolutely have. What did you want me to still be like? You from a toddler to a preteen to adulthood? Like people are definitely changing. It's called evolution. We need to learn. We need to grow. We need to evolve. Ascend. But people will get mad at you because you're now out of alignment with them, and you start to move away from them, and you think you're too good for me now? No, I just think that I'm better or I'm growing. Or yeah, shit, you doing stuff that I don't approve of. So do with that information what you will. But at this point, at this juncture, I gotta go this way. Skedaddle. We're not in alignment anymore. It's okay. It don't mean nothing other than the fact that I'm on my journey, you're on your journey, you're allowed to grow, I'm allowed to grow. We don't even know that at some point in time our pathways may intersect again. You just have to go learn what you need to learn. I have to go learn what I need to learn. It don't mean anything other than I am here on my journey, on my pathway, and you are here on your journey, on your pathway. You came into this world. I came into this world. We had to do what we had to do. It don't make us have to be enemies. It don't make us have to be friends. It don't have to make us be anything. But people will take it to heart that your journey is now going this way and their journey is going this way. But if it's a true friend or family or loved one or anything, they will honor, they will, congratulate you on your journey. And however, whenever we get to, link up, then great for us. They won't like try to what's the word? They won't condemn you. But in this world, for some reason, I think it's the conditioning. I keep saying that as people, because we've been conditioned in such a way, and it takes generations to, try to change certain things. But we've been conditioned to think that love is this, or um, loyalty is this. And y'all, it really ain't right. Um, I wear an N9 mask when my allergies are too strong. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna do that. I mean, we just have to work through it. But I need an antihistamine. But really, it's like the morning time. Plus the fact that I got that window that probably ain't helping either. But it was hot in here, so we just gonna do what we need to do. This is a season of trusting yourself more. But honestly, in the morning, and I keep saying it, like I be streaming on Twitch all day long. If you go to Twitch, I don't be having none of these problems. It just be a morning thing, like or it be when I'm sitting here thing. And I be on Twitch all day long, just ignoring them and doing a whole lot of everything. Yesterday, oh y'all got a new a weighted hoop yesterday, and it was just so fun. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing other than the fact that part of my health journey and things of this nature. I've been trying to find stuff that don't feel like actual working out because I don't really like that. And at this point, it's like I ain't got into it. My energy ain't that, and so that was something that I could do for fun. But I am noticing that my body's changing because I actively do something else, which I do every morning, which is what do y'all call it? It's like flipping over. And so I have a seat that and so that probably don't help either because I noticed that also brings a lot of mucus to the forefront, and I'll be trying to make sure I do it before I come in here. So that's another thing that I'll be doing. So y'all don't see that, but and eventually I might start doing it, where y'all can see it. But it's a yoga chair and you get to flip yourself up. And so this is the thing. I can't do squats standing up. Well, let me say that because I can't say I can't because I can do it in a chair. But anyway, knees, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, what I learned now in my squat chair is to flip over and do the squats that way. So I'm doing it upside down. Mind you, it's also making me feel lighter because I was feeling heavier. And I noticed today when I ran up the stairs, I wasn't as winded. But also my numbers are going up on the amount that I can do. And so I try to make sure that at least this morning I did enough because I was in the midst of a little bit of a time crunch. But anyway, I still made sure that I did it. So it's like also making sure that the blood, because you know, like gravity and all that stuff is always pulling you down. And so to reverse some of the stuff is upside down, let the blood rush the other way. And yeah, so that is another thing. And I noticed that it started bringing mucus up, and but it's getting it out. And y'all already know, for some reason, it's this thing that's happening to Asians. I ain't gonna say Asians, the Chinese medicinal medicine. They always say that there's dampness in the system. And dampness is mucus and things of that nature. That's also the reason why I always been like a hot nature, because my kids will always laugh, like their friends come over. Why she got it so hot in here? Well, because it cleans the pores and gets everything out of your system. Plus, you know, sweat is good for your body and everything else, right? You know, for me anyway. So I don't know about y'all. Long story short, it be hot in here, and so I gotta literally actively stop using this fan though, for real, and just allow the sweat just to be sweat and hot. But you know, however it's working out. But it's the journey, however it's going, is just the way that it's going, and I just gotta bake. And that's the way you shrink your skin, and that's the for me, because you know I got a good elasticity, and I don't want to be like an old ass bitch, like I said, because I'm 50. But I like the fact that I don't look every bit of 50. Anyway, so when you get older, your neck starts to do this weird thing, and I'm trying to actively stop it from doing that by because I don't want the gobble gobble. I don't like that. Anyway, so I'm trying to actively shrink the skin naturally without it being saggy. And so that's a trick, because there'd be a lot of people running around here and y'all be cute when you're 20 and 30 and this, that, and the third, but you gotta know about your elasticity in your, you know, your system. You know, we call it memory. Like, so, because even I noticed this morning, like, as I'm standing there, because I'll be wearing, like, over there when I'm on my stream, I'll be having on shorts and things of that nature. Sometimes it just be like, fuck it, because, you know, we in here. Anyway, but I've had a gown over top of this morning, but when I go to the bathroom, I'm like, girl, I see, you know, I like my grown woman body, but I can still see, like, you know, because I'm kind of curvy and whatnot, right? Anyway, so as I was standing there, I was thinking, okay, those upside down things is actively working, and I see, you know, it's about getting like your glow back, your groove back, and it's things that before, when I was, you know, not single, celibate, and sober, you know, you drinking and you doing all this other stuff. Like for some reason, um, Mary Jane, like what everybody else they be talking about, it gives them like the munchies and this, that, and the third. For some reason, Mary Jane makes me slim real fast. So that was another reason why I like it, because of the fact that it has a reversal of something on me than it does, because people be saying they gain because of the fact that they be eating and whatnot. I don't have that. Like for some reason, my body don't do that. It starts to do this thing where it does, you know how it said muscle memory and cell memory, this, that, and third. It goes back to the, you know, tight and right version. And I be thinking that, you know, sometimes for me, not for anybody else, and I ain't promoting nothing, this tells you the amount of will that I be having, because I know that if I'm going to do, you know, alcohol and Mary Jane, it would make my body slimmer faster. But I'm not going to do that. So just imagine knowing the things that out of the whole entire time I've been on earth, anytime I was out, you know, doing all the things, ripping, running, drinking, drugging, all the stuff. Mary Jane ain't no drug, but you know. Anyway, I can have my little, you know, young girl shape at any given time, but I like my grown woman body, and I don't want to have to, you know, put chemicals and things of that nature into my body for, you know, beauty standards of anybody else. And other people would say, just go work out this and the third. Well, you go work out. Why? Because, you know, that ain't never been my thing. I can go walking and having fun and dancing and things of that nature. Like that's how I always got in my, you know, cardio. I would run sometimes, things of that nature, but for the most part, but after you start getting, you know, a little bit older and injuries start coming upon your ass, and then people be out here talking about some, you need to work out this, that, and third. Ain't nobody got time for that. And people be like, ain't nobody got time for that. It is when you get around people and your system just starts to automatically adapt and adopt to the people. Like, I know what works for me, right? And I ain't gonna let nobody else. Majestic Grace, love you. Thanks for being here. Tenacious Risings. I'm not gonna let nobody convince me to go and do something, and then all of a sudden I know that, I'm gonna end up hurting myself or something of that nature. I know what my body know, and my body know how to go back to what it need to do, but I'm gonna do it how I want to and how my body wants me to. And so if you like doing it in the gym, so be it. Take your bitch ass to the gym. And I ain't saying that to nobody, so don't think that I'm saying it to anybody. But if you like going to the gym, go to the fucking gym. If I like dancing, I'ma dance because I like dancing. If I like, flipping my ass upside down and learning to shake my ass upside down, then that's what I'm gonna do. If I like, so do what is necessary for you. Do what's gonna heal your body, because what's gonna heal you ain't gonna heal me. Don't try to force your shit on me and think that, oh, well, you do da 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 da. Guess what? If I got a nigga and they go to the gym, then maybe me going to the gym with them at that time, because I used to have a nigga that would be doing certain things, and I would do certain things with him or with them. Long story short, certain things that they wanted me to do, because I don't want to have no fucking no manly ass body. Because that's the other thing. I believe that women are meant to have women bodies. We're soft. We're, this, that, and the third. If you want to get in and be able to fucking muscles and this, that, and the third, then just be honest about it. You want a man. Plain point blank. And because it's one thing in being lean and soft like a woman, and it's another thing in being built like a nigga. And I don't want to be built like a nigga. And if you want a bitch to be built like a nigga, go find you a nigga and stop fucking playing. Like, a lot of y'all be out here trying to lie to yourself and acting like, it's okay, Twan. We ain't gonna judge you. Like, stop playing. It was a whole nigga yesterday. Y'all, a man got online. Just look, don't mind me, but I'm just gonna let y'all know. Because this guy said he want to expose these niggas so bad. He said that his girl got a friend that's a twin, right? And I love y'all. Don't come for me. You can, because I'll cuss your bitch ass out too. Fuck y'all. Anyway, long story short, his girl has a gay best friend. And so the gay best friend be telling the girl all the niggas that he be messing with, right? And a lot of these niggas have women, girlfriends, wives, situations, right? And then he said a lot of these dudes be bottoms. Like, they not givers. So out in the world to the wife, they trying to be all manly and shit. But then when they go get with Twine, they take it in the bud. Yeah, what? And so he said the girlfriend be telling him exactly crazy work. The girlfriend be telling him and showing him the pictures of some of the dudes that, the dude be telling him. And he said, I want to expose these niggas. He said, I want to expose them so bad because it really, like, it falls back on the women. And y'all wonder why these bitches out here got, house in Virginia, HIV, this, that, and the third. Because your nigga ain't really a nigga. He really, like, taking it, take that. And then he out here acting like he a man. And so he said he really want to expose him, but he know if he start doing that, these niggas gonna come for him. You know what I'm saying? And he don't want that to happen because he like living. And the number one rule of Earth School is don't die. But he said he feel crazy out here because some of the dudes ain't out here acting like, they like that butt action. And so this is the thing. It's 2026. Ain't nobody gonna judge you for you playing for the other team. Why you out here doing that, and then y'all passing around diseases left and right, and y'all will try to blame the women Uncle Jukebox High. Y'all out here trying to blame the women. Meanwhile, the woman is thinking that she is, and it could be vice versa. I don't know. I don't care. But we talking about these niggas at this point. And so she out here thinking that she's in a marriage, a relationship. She ain't at risk of being, given no type of STDs, STIs, whatever the hell y'all want to call it. And meanwhile, long story short, you at risk like a mother sucker. Because this nigga is out here being, down low. And that's crazy. And if you like it like that, say that. Like, stop being, like, just say, I like both things. Like, don't put nobody else's life at risk because you don't want to admit to the fact that you like your butt played with. That's crazy. And now you out here to destroy somebody else's whole life because you didn't want to admit to the fact that it's 2026. I'm gonna say it again. It's a whole lot of people out here that go this way, that way, and every other way. You taking away somebody else's choices, and you're not giving them the opportunity to say. Because do y'all not realize? Like I keep telling people, y'all would be surprised as to the things that people want and will put up with. Like people will, a woman will still be with a man that it goes both ways. People will be in a relationship with you knowing that you're in a relationship with them. At least give them the option to say it. Ain't nobody out here in today's world, you can't say, well, I would be shunned or anything else. Ain't nobody shunning nothing around here. Non-gender, this, that, and the third, like people don't give a damn. And so the only way you will be hiding that is because of this particular person. You may lose this particular person if they found out, but you may not. It's like a person saying, well, would you date a man that did such and such and such? I think I done dated all of them. I think all of them was the same. Like ain't nothing in me telling me that ain't none of these niggas that I ever been with then did some shiesty shit because I done thought about it of all of them. And I kid you not. So, mind you, the thing is though, we can go to the doctor to make sure that we ain't out here doing certain things. We can also, if that's your fetish on the side, please let me know because da 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 da. Like, and just so y'all know, I'm not joking. I'm not playing. I'm not being malicious. I can give you a moment in time when I thought something about each one of them. One of them spent too much time in the truck with a nigga, and it was, it just seemed weird to me. And it almost seemed like they kind of teamed up with, da 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 da. This other nigga, status went to certain places, and their friend was a twin. And mind you, they all give the same exact thing. I don't give a damn. Then another nigga was scratching his ass, so clearly it looked like to me somebody was playing with it, because I damn sure wasn't. Mind you, a nigga was like, listen, so I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, people will still be with people, so y'all don't have to be as scary as y'all think it is. All y'all have to do is say something. And for all y'all women that be out here thinking, oh, my man, wouldn't da 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 da, you better start getting checks, because, Majestic Grace said everybody sus. At this point in period. Because guess what? And I ain't even judging at all, period. Do you, boo? But, at least tell me that that's what you're doing, because I don't want you taking the opportunity to, come over here and me thinking me and you doing what we doing unprotected and whatnot, and then you taking that same unprotection and going over there with, this nigga. And then you bring in that and putting it over here, and then it's going to be like PH and BV shit happening. So, let's not do that. And women and men that y'all are thinking that y'all sick, because men, I'm sure y'all be thinking y'all da 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 don't be doing da 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 da. And there are people who don't do da 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 da. But 9 times out of 10, the people who don't do da 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 is with this person, and then they lying. I don't know why in the world is never the people that don't do da 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 ain't linking up together. I don't know why that's not happening. Like for some reason, I think that might be a plot. What they say is a plot set up by Todd. Like you be thinking that this person ain't the da 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 da, and then they are the da 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 da. So for me, I'm always gonna know that I'm the person who ain't gonna do the da 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 because I'll be the same bitch that be telling you in your face if you do this and I catch it and you lie, nigga, your ass is grass. This is what's gonna happen. So I know I ain't gonna do da 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 da. So I'm almost always inclined to think that I'm gonna end up with this nigga or this bitch that's gonna be doing the da 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 da. And then I don't want that. I can almost promise you, but in my mind, because I know I'm not the da 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 da, this bitch. And I have been the da 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 at one point in time to, depending upon what happened. But I know I'm not the da 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 da. I'm never the da 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 until after I get da 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 da. Period. And then here we go on some bullshit. Because guess what? I don't like lying, but I know how to lie. And I can be good at it. I just don't want to do it. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that I know how to do. I just don't want to do it. And if I got to start doing it, I don't want to be with your bitch ass. Because why I got to do that? That ain't peaceful. And we just talked about, so we just out here now doing these things. And mind you, so we just out here doing all these things, and we have to be mindful because you could be the spiritual, enlightened, growth, inhabited freak. In tune and in touch with your body. In tune and in touch with your life. And you may know that your sexual energy is, manifestations and things of that nature. And you may be wanting to manifest in a lot of different places. I ain't judging. So yesterday I was laughing because it'd be funny how people just don't even know this. And this is the crazy part because a lady said she was talking to her friend. So listen, right? Today I was talking to my neighbor and we was having the most craziest conversation. So he didn't believe me when I said, once a woman is pregnant, that means DNA is running through her veins. He said, no, it's just running through the baby. I said, no, it's fucking DNA is running through her veins. I said, I especially learned this when I lost my daughter. So he was like, what the fuck do you mean sperm don't last past 7 days inside the body? I said, when it's gestated, it lasts way longer and the DNA runs through the body. So he was like, all right, how? So I said, the whole conversation started because I said, people don't really understand what they're putting in their body in totality. And period. And I keep saying we have to have conversations with the younger people because they just tell you about not getting pregnant, not realizing that now this person then injected a foreign object into your body. Your body's immune system is going to want to fight this nigga. But guess what? Once you start creating, kids and this, that, and third, like these are all the things that they should actively be telling you that there's a spiritual repercussion that can happen, that is going to happen when you lay down with these people. And now you out here not even realizing. This is why they say, oh, well, this person is having sex with this person. So it goes this, you done now had sex with da-da-da-da-da. This is the reason why. Even when carrying someone's child, you're literally carrying the DNA of the man that inseminated you. So he was like, that's when he went back to like sperm don't last past however, whatever. And then I had to explain like at 10, as early as 7 to 10 weeks of that woman being pregnant, she can get a DNA test done. A non-invasive DNA test done. Taking blood from your arm, a non-invasive DNA test. Anybody who says in this day and age, 2026, that they need to wait till their child is born to have a DNA test is a fucking lie. At 13 weeks, it's so many. And I don't know why nobody didn't know this, because this already been a thing. Like they can already take blood from a woman and have a nigga's DNA. So I don't know why anybody in this day and time, like she's saying, don't know this. And it's been scientifically proven that this is a thing. So I know like the old way of doing things, like they be out here just thinking that, okay, we just gonna lay down with this nigga. And then guess what? Now you out here getting karmic and bullshit from somebody else's shit. Mike, love you. Thanks for being here. Welcome to a new day. Rich Rising. Of that man's DNA literally running through your own veins. And people knew the repercussions of a lot of stuff that they do, like on a spiritual note too. Like they don't tell you this in school. They don't say that. They don't say, okay, the minute you let this nigga, do whatever, the minute you swap this and that and the third with this person, you are now getting ready to be spiritually tied and linked, creating soul ties and some other shit. They don't tell you that. Like a lot of people would stop being out here sleeping with people and this, that, and the third if they would realize you just put a foreign substance in your body. And our DNA is syncing up at this time. And you wonder why you can feel that man doing certain things. When I learned this, I changed. I changed completely. Because not only does it last inside of you, I still don't know what genetic mutations may have happened just because I chose to carry somebody else's child. And neither do nobody else. That's the other thing. Now you dealing with shit that's their generational, their family shit. Now you done got cursed. And people don't fail to realize that. And so now you got this nigga doing this with this person and this woman doing this with this person and da 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 da. And now you wonder why you out here acting stupid, busting windows and shit when that ain't even been in your character. They messing with a crazy bitch. Anyway, this is the season of trusting yourself more, a season of releasing control and allowing things to align naturally instead of forcing outcomes. Some people are entering a period of healing, some are entering abundance, some are rediscovering joy. Did you ever realize, like, how after you stop fooling with somebody, how long it takes for your energy to pull back? And then some of these niggas, just think, this even go even further. This how these niggas be getting y'all. Y'all don't even realize, right? Now, suppose you'd have been out here fucking with a warlock, right? Remember what can we do? We can program water, right? What is your body? Water. Now, just imagine you'd have been out here linking up with a warlock or a witch, right? And they start summoning their own DNA that's inside of you. They start programming and saying shit and doing shit. They doing it via themselves, but mind you, it's inside of you. And people be thinking, oh, it's not this, da 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 da. Bitch, you believe that? I'm gonna keep my cat to myself, cause fuck out of here, y'all. This shit is wicked. I'm trying to tell you, but look at God. Look how God be trying to, let you know some stuff. And y'all will be out here thinking, oh, it don't work that way. This earth school, you better pick it up. You better pick it up quick. Keep your energy to yourself. Do not allow these people to be out here programming your body to be doing anything. And then they take longer. Okay, you be wondering why this nigga, and it wasn't nothing with this one, but this one you laid with longer. This one you was letting them, what Lil Kim say, busting nuts all in me. Oh my God. Do with that information what you will. Some are rediscovering joy. Some are finally choosing themselves after consistently pouring into everyone else. You out here having the feelings and emotions of this draining ass motherfucker. And then you wonder why it take you 11, 12 years. I gotta be celibate for this long because, bitch, it's because it took you that long to get that curse off your ass. That DNA swimming around in there, choosing to devour, keep you stuck out here. They out here praying for your downfall. On top of that, most of the time y'all break up with somebody, that's what they do. God, please kill them. I don't want them to be happy with nobody else. Da 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 da. Now imagine. A lot of people just don't move on. They be saying they moved on. They be out here sleeping with somebody else. Meanwhile, actively eyeball way back over here trying to see what the hell you doing. Out here talking about, oh, well, I'm happily over here with this person. But everything they do is to make this bitch or this nigga jealous that they was just with. I ain't gonna be your, what they call that? what they call that when the person is the intercession, the interceding in the middle. Your side piece. It's not your side piece of that person. Oh, rebound. Period. What up, LHarmon? Y'all, yesterday was LHarmon's birthday. He said, damn, not please get them going. Period. You know that's the way a bitch be doing. I don't want them to be happy with nobody else. I don't want Donnie to do harm to move on with anybody else because I love him. Meanwhile, bitch don't know how to treat you right. Out here casting spells and shit on you. Yeah, don't do it to me. Donnie, what you say? Then you tell me, I told y'all, my brother told me that 19 was a STD, right? And come to find out, guess what? STD. Y'all, it be a lot of shit. You don't want to be the rebound. You don't want to be out here getting the spiritually transmitted diseases, the sexually transmitted diseases, none of that shit. Mike said crazy work. I'm trying to tell you. You out here got that girl mesmerizing y'all. Y'all out here thinking that it's just a ride. Meanwhile, she out here, draining your ass. Bitch, get somebody else. Y'all out here mesmerized. Y'all ever seen American? It was I forgot what it's called because I want to say American Horror Story, but not that one. It is the one where they did the freaking deities and all that stuff. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, there was a woman, one of the deities on there. She used sex as a thing, and as she was, having the rotation, he said, "Yup, definitely an STD. If your friends won't tell you, Donnie will. Period." She used sex as was one of her powers. And as she was on the niggas, after he was having intercourse, the nigga would be being sucked into her vajayjay. And then they would just be absorbed in her to her shit, and nigga, you don't exist anymore. That's how I be getting done. And then y'all be out here thinking, oh, it don't work that way. Okay, well, keep thinking that. But I'm going to know better, and I'm going to go this way. Because fuck out of here. You're not going to try to bibbity bobbity boo me from a long distance, and now I'm out here not wondering why I'm acting the way I'm acting because your bitch ass, done cursed the shit out of me. Hell to the no. No, thank you. So the message is simple. Keep going. Even if progress feels slow, even if nobody sees the inner work, even if the future still seems uncertain, you are not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, a week ago, a day ago, yesterday, 24 hours, okay? And that growth matters more than you realize. It's important for you to realize it and know it. Damn. What was that movie? I can't remember the name of it. It was American something like American Gods. That's what it was. It was on American Gods. So if y'all never seen American Gods, go watch that because it's a lady on there. She uses sex as one of her things, and niggas be dead. Like they end up in her vagina. On some real stuff. So anyway, so we're out here just entering into a whole new era now. What's the nigga saying? Is that he said, I can't. It's got to be the New Orleans nigga, Juvenile. I think that's is Juvenile New Orleans. I can't remember the song though. Anyway, so we're just allowing good things to find us now. So we're just protected from what isn't meant for us now. So we're just raising our standards and energy now. And period. So we're just becoming more aligned every day now. Learning to trust our own voice now. Attracting people who match our energy. Releasing fear and moving forward. Growing through what tried to break us, finding beauty in new beginnings now, walking away from draining energy now, real quick, real fast. They started you out. They was like, you didn't give me a chance. Why? Okay, I already saw it. You was out here on that bullshit. You want to lie. You don't want to tell the truth. Mind you, you ain't got to lie to nobody again. It's 2026. People is out here dating. Like, I see a relationship that is, and I don't know what you call it because the man is the woman and the woman is the man. Mind you, that's a heterosexual couple. He just like being a girl and she just like being a boy. So he transgender and she is whatever. But y'all, ain't nobody out here like hiding no more who they are, this, and the third. But it's a lot of people still hiding who they are because why? A nigga can transform into a whole female. A female can transform into a whole nigga. I'm still confused by the last one because when I even realized that existed, it made me wonder, like, y'all still a heterosexual couple. Because he only likes girls and she only likes boys, but she like to be the boy and he like to be the girl. Anyway, this world is whatever it is. And so if you feeling like you still have to hide who you are, or maybe it's the thing because I don't like labels because a nigga used to call me gay all the time, right? And I ain't never been gay. I feel like I have always been fun and whatever fun is at that time, right? And I also never thought that I wanted to, either be with like I know I need to be with a man. You see what I'm saying? And maybe that could be conditioning as well, but more or less, I ain't never seen myself as that. And most of the time, I'll tell people I don't really like bitches. I don't really like bitches because bitches be stinking. Like y'all stink and don't know y'all stink. And even the bitches that say they don't stink, like y'all stink. And that comes from I done did waxing and things of that nature. And bitches be showing up and y'all just be stinking. And not even in a way that like not worse, just think like y'all pheromones. To me, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's a pheromone thing because a man can smell your pheromones and it be like the best smell ever. So I ain't saying like that. I think that's the reason why I couldn't just not be gay because y'all pheromones to me don't smell like you know anyway, long story short, do with that information what you will. um just letting the universe and God handle what you can now, turning setbacks into setups now. Because just because you think that a situation has gone bad, or is not going the way that you want it to, know that 32 steps down the road it's going to be the best thing that has ever happened to you. And how many of y'all thought something went wrong and then you're out here like, why did that happen, crying this and a third, and then 10 more steps down the road you figure out that that had to happen in order for this to have to happen. So the setback was a setup for this. It wouldn't have went that way if this didn't happen. And then you be all happy and shit because now you got the outcome, the desired outcome that you wanted, but you wasn't happy from the beginning. You didn't like the way it was going because of the fact that it wasn't the way you thought it should go. But here we are at the blessing, at the good stuff. I don't want to say blessing because remember we talked about that. Saying 100%, a real man is a non-negotiable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even at that, like, and I ain't just out here thinking that all men are, going to take it in the butt. You see what I'm saying? I'm not even thinking that. I'm just also knowing that some niggas that be overly a certain type of way ain't really all that manly. Because this is the thing. A man has balance. A man can be nurturing and giving the same way a woman can be nurturing and giving. So I don't think that that is a weakness in them. I think that's balance. I think that's a man that has grown. I don't think that that man is gay. But I do think that some of the ones that be overly wrong and mad, my brother said, men stink. See what I'm saying? My brother said men stink, and ain't nothing wrong with it. So he said sometimes, and let me add that, LOL. You know how much I dislike to hear a real man, a real woman. What does that even mean? Nah, read it again. Oh, hold on. He said men. Read what again, Donnie? What part? He said men stink, and then he said sometimes. Let me add that. Oh, the men's balls, men's. He said he put the that steak. I am cracking up. Oh, he said no my. Oh, he said my. I am cracking up. He talking about him. But anyway, either way, the point of it is this. I am cracking up. Yo. He said it says man, and then it's dots in the middle. Stink. Well, oh man. I don't know. Maybe I ain't getting it right. Call me and tell me what it is. I am cracking up. Either way, the point of it is at this point in time, everybody should realize what you like, what's going on. I am cracking up. Is that you? Tell me if that's you or not, because I ain't gonna answer. This thing's spam. It will show you the word. Oh, okay. Touch it. Okay. It's not showing me the word. I touched it. It won't show me the word. Text it to me. and it's too many dots for all the words that I want to say. He said, "Oh, I'm at my desk." I am cracking up. You know, he's at his desk, so he can't text it to me. But it's too many dots for what I want to say. All my words is D P A. Like it's not enough. It's too many dots there for me. Oh, he said I don't have access to my phone. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, moving like we're now, moving like we know we're meant for more now, becoming the version of us that we used to dream about now. And it's okay. That's the other part. Like at this point in time, like I was saying, 2026 ain't nobody should be out here. Don't worry about it. Nobody should be out here covering up, lying to yourself, or trying to lie to other people, or take other people's free will, out of a situation, or any of that. The best thing to do is be honest. YouTube won't block your boy. I'm trying to tell. Oh, oh, he went to YouTube, y'all. He's on YouTube. Well, yeah, tell him what you said. I am cracking up. Yeah, because they definitely blocking that word. Whatever it is, it's not letting me know what it is. Y'all, my brother over there. LHarmon is my brother. My real brother. My same mom and dad. He might be adopted. He keeps saying it's me, but I think it's him. So something is shifting right now behind the scenes, even if you can't fully see it. A lot of people have been feeling emotionally exhausted lately, overthinking, questioning themselves, replaying situations, wondering if they're falling behind. But the energy around the collective feels like a transition period, not the end of rest. They want to say reset. I said, man, my he said his balls stink. Well, that might be the thing, and that's another thing, because men will be quick to say, like, females, da 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 this. Oh, y'all, this shit is funny, right? So yesterday, because we out here just doing this, and this is the thing about men and women. Everybody, has their shortcomings in certain type of ways, right? Whatever you want to deal with. So anyway, the guy said, he was talking to his friend. He said, why don't he do question and answer anymore? He said, because this what y'all do. So somebody sent a question and answer, and he said his girl was saying that his hygiene was bad, right? She said this the third time she even said it. He said, and I know my hygiene is good. And he said he started to realize something was wrong. He said, because he had just got out of the shower, so he knew his hygiene was good. He said, so now he's thinking that she don't realize that she was giving him lip service, and he think it's her breath that she's smelling, but she done got so used to it. She done got so used to it that she's saying it's his hygiene. Meanwhile, it's her breath. And he don't know how to tell her. Can I ask you a question? And I'm gonna just say this because even being in relationships with people, I know that this is hard. Like, why is it hard for you to tell your significant other your breath stink? Why is it hard for you to tell your significant other, a person that you lay down with on a daily basis, that you smell? You don't smell desirable. You don't like, in the comforts of your own home. Like, don't get online and be saying it to people. But if y'all are together, why is it hard for you to say, babe, your breath stink? Babe, your balls stink. Babe, your cat is on not so desirable. But y'all also have to realize and know, right? Any man that's using it, so when you're using it actively and you're, dispensing in it, it's gonna stink. And it's your fault. And if it's your fault, that means there's something that's happening. Y'all, I'm cracking up. He said, you talking about women, I said, he said what he said. He said sometimes his boss thinks sometimes, and Duharm said, "You talking about women? I'm talking about myself. Like, who am I to judge?" She said, "You be cracking me up." He said sometimes, and that is sometimes. Everybody, like, if you working out this and third, you just out here doing too much. Like, people be smelling. I said that before. Like, and when people be talking about breath and this and the third, I eat a lot of garlic. Breath can be hot. So at the end of the day, you shouldn't be embarrassed for a person to say, like, especially if it's like a person that you love and your breath is hot, babe. Like, we got to figure out why your breath. So people that be having, we already had this conversation, veneers, implants, whatever it is, and then chlorophyll can get it, but guess what? Breath just be stinking, especially in the morning. People breath be stinking. And so for anybody say, "Oh, your breath don't stink," bitch, your breath stink. I love you and your stinking ass, whatever. And so one thing where it's like it's a fermenting smell, but that don't mean that I don't love your stinking ass. You know what I'm saying? Wow, it ain't. Oh my God, tell them, baby, your shit. A lot of. That's what I'm saying. Like, but people will get out here and act like, "Oh, you don't smell." People smell. Niggas underarms be right. Your under titties to smell. Literally, y'all know creases smell. Fupas and things of that nature, where there's a crease, it could be a smell. And you can wash it and everything else. The party is here. Nah, I'm gonna tell her, fuck that. And you should be able to say that. Like, and mind you, you don't even gotta say it stink. Like, what it smell like? Because again, just because some people's pheromones just don't go with other people's pheromones. Because I done been next to people and I just think they smell, period. You see what I'm saying? But somebody else may think they smell like flowers. You may not just be used to somebody's pheromones. Like, it is a thing. And it's a connection. Fun fact, I've gotten out the shower, swiped some parts, and said, nope, I'm not choosing violence today. I got funky. That, hello? Like, and anybody, so have I, brother. So have I. But guess what? The more baths you take, the less you smell also. But then, depending upon whatever you could have ate something that smells, like, it is a thing. But for women, just so y'all know, if you actively use it and dumping in it, it's gonna smell. Like, you have to realize that. And then on top of that, we also have talked about maybe that chemistry don't match that chemistry. If your body's rejecting him, sometimes we be with people, our bodies be rejecting, and then we just want to keep going to the doctor, going to the doctor, going to the doctor. Mind you, the body's saying hell to the no. Mike said it ain't for me, period. Laughing my ass off. Not going to tell her what it smells like, period. People just need Dove soap and body powder and bam. Well, some people need more than that. Some people need more than that. Me, baby, her, yes, me, you. Mouth smells like smells. Listen, this is the other thing. This is one of the ways that y'all can be super nice, right? Swipe or no swiping. For dudes. If it smell like, you know what I'm saying, da 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 da, what he say? It was a rap song or something that he said, it's Biggie Smalls. Unless it smells like sanitation, I throw I turn like doorknobs. Mind you, if you like it right, this is all you got to do. Swipe it with your finger, put it underneath your hair, and be like, would you eat that? I mean, hello. I done had to do that to a bitch before, so there's that. Do with that information what you will. Would you eat that? Like, and on the flip side, like, let's not act like we don't know that there's bacteria and things of that nature that happen on a daily basis. Any one of us can get it. Okay? And then just know, like, I still like you. I still, like, but today, ma'am, I can't do nothing with that. That's it. That's all. Right. So we're gonna have to take it, get it cleaned out, do whatever we're gonna have to do with it. And it don't take away from nothing. Like, people be so embarrassed about stuff that is natural and normal. It's normal. Not everybody wake up smelling like roses. I don't care what you think or who you think it. Mind you, you just may not like somebody's body chemistry. It may just not match. And that's it. That's all. I had that experience. Hey, you need to go handle that baby. And period. But mind you, we be around people and this, that, and the third, and then they'll go talk about them to somebody else, saying the person stink this, that, and the third. But yet, if you like them, why does it matter? Shit. Nigga, I need you to go brush that, please and thank you. I love you. Oh my goodness, she said. Hold on, what happened? Oh my goodness, LOL. Today's talk is hot and stinking ass spicy. Hello. Well, it's about everything because I said we just out here doing this now. So we just out here doing a lot of things. Like, we have to get past. We're not children. And if we're willing to go lay down with somebody and we're willing to grow, we're willing to evolve, like, this is part of growing and evolving. I'm not going to want to go lay down with you because we just also talked about being, creating soul ties, and you now, having somebody else's DNA and somebody else's, stuff inside of you. You willing to do that, but meanwhile, you're not willing to go to the doctor with nobody. That's too much. That's too personal, but yet you're out here swapping body DNA. Like, DNA is personal. So, fellas, you can't douche your balls. And women shouldn't be really douching either, because your body, they can do what they want, but their body will clean itself. Not unless it's something that needs to be actively taken to the doctor. Nope, but you can pick them up and wash under them. I got a question. This might be too spicy for YouTube or whatnot, or even Facebook or any of that. This is adult conversation, so just so y'all know. Do y'all let women do that for y'all? Like, because guess what? When you get older, see, now it's like a sexual thing. But when you get older, it's not a sexual thing. It's basically a hygiene thing. So you got to remember that if you're in a relationship with somebody, and when you get older, are you going to want to let that person pick them things up and wash all in between that whole entire area? Like, it's just, I think, the image of it. Because if I was over here talking about some medical assistant and some CNA shit, nobody would care, because guess what? I can go to the hospital. This is what I do for a living, and I'm gonna get in between them cheeks and everything else, and it don't matter what's in them and what comes out of it. I'm just gonna know that it's normal. But for your man or for your woman, it's almost like, I think the image of it is different. So people take it one way when it's elderly and older and you doing it, as when it's still, I gotta look at you in a certain type of way. I'm gonna do it anyway. Period. Nope, but you can pick them up and wash under them. That, you see what I'm saying? Because you want me to teabag it, so it's the same thing. You see what I'm saying? It's just the difference in whether or not it's older and whether or not it's younger. Because again, it's a whole nother thought process when it's an elderly and you're now having to do it as a doctor, like a medical thing. No, they don't want us to wash under them, but they have no problem having us do under things with them. That's what I'm saying. Like, let me do it. Let me clean and sanitize it, so I know that way it was washed good. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be sensitive with them. I know that's a sensitive area. And so you gonna want somebody, like, when you get older with that person, because you have to make sure that all of these things you're gonna want to do with a person. If you're not gonna want to do these things with a person when you get older, why are you doing them now? My ex did when I was going through the medical issues, and she made jokes all the time. I mean, I get it because I done had to wash a nigga before. He was, his arm and everything got messed up, and I had to wash ass cheeks and everything. So at the end of the day, like, y'all, we gotta get past, certain things with people because of the fact that, and I'm only saying you gotta get past it because of the fact that if you would do it for a person and it's just your job and this, that, and third, but you despise doing it for somebody that you supposedly that you're in love with, you're not really in love with that person. That's why I said, remember when Bobby and Whitney, and I told y'all I love crackhead love. I don't want to be a crackhead, but I was in love with them. Why? Because Whitney said she was constipated. And he said, I'm going to go dig this out for you. That's love. Because how many people do you know, like, instantly you're going to be disgusted? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's love. Like, my ass hurts. Because if you ever been constipated, like, y'all, that is a serious situation. He better be quiet. He knowing he don't like stinky balls for you. For real. No, women only want to hold it when I pee. I mean, we like that. Speaking of that, at this moment she realized why I pee on it's crooked. Hang to the left and to the right. She tried to grab it with one hand and and pee went everywhere. Told her I am cracking up. Gotta hold that shit with two hands. This is a 2-hand lift. I am cracking up. If you're here and you're not in the comments, go to the comments, please, and thank you because y'all. Mike said facts like shit doesn't do harm. Sigil, if I'm going to clean that stinking ass when he's old, let's start practicing now. Sir, lift and separate, and period. That's what I had to tell my baby dad when his arm got messed up. Like, nigga, let me just go ahead and get in there. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be gentle, but nigga, you gotta use two hands, period. Use the aim, girl. Please come to the comments. Do harm. She said, please come to the comments. Do harm here, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying, like, at this point in time, we have to remember all these things are tied to spiritual stuff. So we laughing and we having a good time, and it's good that we can laugh and have a good time. Because it's important for us to realize, like, y'all laying down with these people, y'all are connecting your lives to these people, y'all are soul tying these people, and if you don't want to, then stay away. Be single, celibate, and sober. Also, be mindful that it takes a little bit of time to get this person out of your system. It takes a little bit of time to get this person out of your system. And then on top of that, we don't know the corruption, like she said, of the foreign anti anything that you done put in your body, because they never gave us the full diagnosis of this. But mind you, scientifically, they're showing that this is actively real. So your body now starts to create, and this is why, like, even when I'm saying your body rejecting a person, and now all of a sudden it starts to smell because this ain't the one for you. But we don't listen to our bodies. We literally just look for, oh, this person look good. Oh, this person got a lot of money. Oh, this person da 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 da. Not realizing that spiritually, our bodies are also actively telling us about this situation. This situation's good for you or it's not good for you. If you haven't returned da 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 da, your body don't like this person. Just know that. So I love y'all. I'm glad that we can have some fun and also have, good information being given, because why are people actively doing that? People will lay down with a person, give them all they got of them, and then they'll be shy when it comes to conversations like this. And then they'll just be out here saying, oh yeah, it smelled good. Nigga, you just woke the fuck up. Your breath is hot. And I still love it. Either way. You don't gotta go through no whole explanation for me, bitch. Breaths just stink. If you eat the wrong shit, breath stink. I don't care what you can chlorophyll till the cows come home. Bitch, your ass still stink. And so it's a difference in whether or not a person loves your stink or they don't. Because people be stinking. Alright? And like I said, when I was waxing bitches would be fresh washing a cat and coming to get it, waxed and shit. Know that and not everybody, like I said, it could just be the pheromone thing. It could just be I can smell BV also. So just know that when you go to your waxer and she know what your snatch smells like. Do with that information what you will. You could have just fresh washed it, but if it has a smell, it has a smell. Some niggas like that smell. It is some niggas been saying, and LHarmon, we was also having this conversation before. They want you to go to a place, to the gym or somewhere, sweat that thing out. Don't even wash it. They like the salt on it. It's to each his own, and whoever you talking to, like this person may not like it, but this person will. Matter of fact, I was cracking up one time because I can't remember where this was at, but it was one of those things. And Cardi B is so funny because she's so witty and she, quick with it. The nigga said trying to embarrass her, and he said something about she would be doing concerts and shit, and then he letting him eat her snatch after the thing, and she said, "I wanted you to taste what it felt like to work hard for this family." Period. Either way, you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't try to. You did it, and you apparently did it more than whatever times, and then you're gonna try to use it against me to say that such and such and such and such. And mind you, just know that sometimes you may be thinking that female stink, but it could be your breath because same and vice versa. Because sometimes y'all have to realize certain mouths, you can't even put your mouth on my snatch because I didn't already observe the teeth and everything else, and you're not going to do that because I know your mouth. Your mouth is one of the dirtiest things on your body, and you're going to want to put that bacteria and everything else from your mouth on, the snatch, and then you're not going to think that it's going to smell like or it's going to end up like a certain thing. So sometimes it do just be your mouth. It was never them because it was fresh when you went down there, and then all of a sudden, days later, your mouth is the only difference between why it smell fresh and why it don't. It's you, nigga, or you, bitch. Either way. He said, "Wow, I mean that's a real thing." Oh my God, yes, I love the jet vegetables too. It's the facial for me for the coochie. Oh yeah, but y'all, period. And mind you, I actually did like doing that because like ingrown hairs and things of that nature, like y'all, it'd be so satisfying to pick them things out for y'all and the blackheads and everything. People don't realize, like, it's so amazing when you could get in a relationship with somebody and it's like I can do your service and you can do my service. Mind you, you may not even know nothing about the service, but imagine getting you a man that, or vice versa, because for the man and woman or whoever, I don't give a damn, whoever you with, whoever you like. Imagine you getting your significant other and they like cleaning out your area. Mind you, like I done had the whole little setup in here and everything else, the little waxing, thing, and you can get on there and then you just start picking out the ingrown hairs and things of that nature. Like y'all, shit be just we're people. Like I don't know why people don't realize stuff be happening. And you may be one of the people who I don't want to do it. I'm gonna pay for you to go to, da 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 da. That's cool. But like why you want to be all intimate with it, but yet you don't want to be intimate with it. I found out my meds would throw off my XPH balance. Yes, you see what I'm saying? And so look at that. Look at God. It'd be some men that be so smart, and it just be some men that just be so stupid, and all they want to do is just talk about somebody, not realizing it could be you, and vice versa. Dang, Mike, it was a way around it. Yeah, condom shit. Either way, we gonna get the job. We gonna get the job done. Okay, however we got to do it. You gonna still have to take that medicine, but you still gonna have to do what you got to do, brother. Either way, do with that information what you will. But being childish and still being a full fledged adult is like niggas be out here. Y'all be out here trying to fuck on the first day, but you don't want to know the ins and outs of how this thing works. Like, grow the fuck up. Something is shifting behind the scenes, even if you can't fully see it yet. A lot of people have been feeling emotionally exhausted lately, overthinking, questioning themselves, replaying situations, wondering if they're falling behind. But the energy around the collective feels like a transition period, not an end. a reset, a repositioning. New Majestic, I was on a strong antibiotic at the time. I just couldn't. Yep, exactly. I was asking, period, Ty, is Queen loophole? We just gonna find a way. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Like, it's still ways. Cause and guess what? If you want a nigga to and you don't trust his mouth, dental dam works as well. So nigga, you got all them jewels and everything else in your mouth is gonna throw bacteria and this, that, and the third. Bitch, dental dam is a thing. Get it, use it. Plastic wrap, like you know what I'm saying? Like people need to be a grown adult. So if it's certain things that you done to where this, that, and the third is happening, you can still get it 8. You just gonna have to, plastic wrap that thing. Still works the same, still feels the same, all that. So do with that information what you will. Don't let nobody tell you that it don't work, cause it do. Just be a man about it. Period. Or just brush your teeth before you have relations. Well, some people it ain't that easy because you got to remember, some like having jewelry in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Like niggas be having goals and all this other shit. Yeah, no. People's gums. People don't realize their gums ain't as healthy as they, be insinuating. And so it's a lot of stuff that mouths be having in it that I ain't trusting it. Cause bitch, get somebody else. But if that's your nigga and that's your bitch, go to the dentist, go to the damn doctor. And that's the thing. And even after we go to the dentist and to the fucking doctor, it can still throw, bacteria, it can still throw this, that. pH balances are sensitive. Like the chemical balance of a thing is sensitive. The chemical balance of your mouth and things of that nature is sensitive. Um, Rinse well with peroxide. I mean, you got that, and you also baking soda, all that type of shit. So, but the first thing is acknowledging that it's there. That's the part where people fall short because they don't want to think that it's them. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this is a relationship that you want for a long period of time. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. Another relationship, people just be out here doing shit, right? So it's actively a couple right now that I see in real life. And I'm just wondering, waiting to see who's the best actress, him or her, right? Because people be doubling down on their bullshit, and we already know the inevitable part of this, right? But the fact of the matter is they want the world to believe that they're such a good, strong couple, and this, that, and the third, right? And they gonna hold on for dear life because this nigga done too much, and it's gonna be embarrassing for him to just da 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 da. And for this bitch, it's a couple different things. It's a come up. It's a da da da. It's a couple things, right? Either way, long story short, we gonna see who the better actor is. Cause when this shit go, south and sour, it's gonna get real. But they may try to like negotiate, we just gonna da 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 da. But the funny part is people fail to realize how holding on to something for extra long starts to knowing that it wasn't right from the beginning because you want to hold on to it for the public or for your mama, your daddy, your ex baby mama. You don't want them to think that your relationship is going south, and so we gotta hold on to it for dear life because we just gotta prove these people wrong. Well, the inevitable is still going to be the result process of it, and ain't no way. And I learned my lesson from that because been there, done that. I told y'all one time that my baby daddy, his mama told me that but I wasn't gonna give her the satisfaction because who the fuck are you to tell me that my relationship is da 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 da? Let me tell you, when whichever one of them, whoever is the better actress, he think it's him because he older than her. She think it's her because whatever the benefits or whatever it is, right? Anyway, for all intents purposes, for some reason, I feel like my money is gonna be on her. My money's gonna be on her. Why? Because of this. This nigga got it coming. And for all intents purposes, I know he masterminded this shit. And so it be the thing, how like when you do shit to people, eventually you get your karma. Eventually the shit that you do will come back. Oh, she gonna tear this nigga ass up. That's what I feel like. And then it's going to be, a thing where, and not the, I just feel like when a person tries to take advantage, like that's the way God going to flip the tables and flip the script. Because he know what the fuck he doing, and she know what the fuck she doing. And whoever is the better actress in a situation is going to, because they got to convince themselves in the world. But for me, I think he thinks that he got something over her because he has experience and this, that, and the third. And I think she thinks that because her role ain't really all that great. Like I can just see the whole entire. It's too much. Like it's weird and it's not natural. So that's why I know her acting ain't that great. But I feel like he's already aware, and so that's why he thinks he got one up. But I feel like it's gonna be one of them slips to where you don't realize that you care as much, and then you don't realize that when that embarrassment from what she do hit for real, because I do know for a fact that eventually them tables gonna turn, and for an old nigga to think that they got something up or you did something, and I ain't really saying an old nigga, but this be the thing, the person with the more experience, they think they got it under control. So mind you, that's what I'm saying. I think my money's on the young bitch because I feel like ain't neither one of them a good ass actor, but I think that he think he got it in the bag and he can control the shit, but ain't gonna go that well. Either way, do with that information what y'all will, but people just be out here faking for the lights and the cameras. I pray that type of love never finds me ever in life. If it's not genuine, it's not authentic to the point where I can say what I need to say to you and it not be a thing. Because of course we will be talking about this um, in between the sheets, and it wouldn't be a place where I have to lie to you. If I gotta lie to you between the sheets about anything, it ain't no good fucking relationship, and that's point blank. Period. And mind you, to the tune of when it's good when if I can wake up with you first thing in the morning and breath still hot and you still want to hit it, and vice versa. And mind you, I'll be like, because good relationships, you wake up, you talk this, then the third. You could be saying, okay, no, I want to go do this, that, and the third, and then a nigga be like, you don't know, don't go. Period. Like when it's just like a nigga want to marinate in that thing. Yeah, like it's natural. It just flows natural. It ain't like we got to exploit it, show it, any of that, because why? And you can always tell when people feel like they gotta exploit it and show it. Like I gotta prove to y'all that this is something. Like we don't give a fuck. Like you could have kept the camera out the spot, but meanwhile you wanted everybody to see your fake ass shit. And so, and also be mindful that I'm a woman, not a girl. Okay. No, so never that girl said. This woman said, and I said what I said, and standing on business behind it. Know that. Anyway, you may notice certain connections fading naturally. Your tolerance for negativity is getting lower. A stronger need for peace and privacy. Random bursts of motivation and clarity. I want to know this. Have any of y'all you gotta do something majestic. What you gotta do? Well, rinse and yeah, period. You gotta do something, definitely. Random bursts of motivation and clarity, feeling pulled towards a different path than before. So doing something different, connections being different, situations being different, and authentic. That's the thing. The message is to stop forcing what no longer flows. Not every delay is rejection. Not every ending is loss. And some things are leaving because your spirit has outgrown them. Excuse me. The collective is also being reminded to protect your energy more carefully. Protect y'all energy because y'all see these niggas out here energy harvesting in every aspect. Want to gaslight, want to just, try it. But meanwhile, you're evolving past that. It's like you never seen somebody try to poke and provoke, right? And it don't even hit at all, period, because you be thinking like that was weird. Like, why did you feel like I know you care because you had to go out your way to try to do that. Mind you, I didn't even care. I said what I said and I kept it pushing. And this is the thing, like, with age comes wisdom, but not everybody is wise. You could just be a grown ass dumbass. So just because somebody's older than you don't mean they know more than you. And a lot of times it be where people think that you can't be taught something from, an older or younger person. You could be taught something from a baby. You could be taught something from a 4-year-old. I told you one of the best lessons I ever had in my life was from my granddaughter. 4 years old, she told me, I'm spinning around in the seat trying to put her seatbelt on. And mind you, she trying to put her seatbelt on too. Meanwhile, I ain't got my own seatbelt on, and she told me, Mama, worry about yourself. And after I moved my hands out the way, after she kind of humbled me and told me, bitch, do what you need to do for yourself because you ain't even got yourself secured, she put her seatbelt on and went on about her business. The reason why I couldn't get on because I had my hands in the mix. And after that, when I realized, worry about myself, here I am out here winging it, worried about myself. Because guess what? If you don't secure your own belt first, then even on the plane they tell you secure your own mask first. Worry about, like, you gotta save yourself before you can save anybody else. When people be out here telling you you're being selfish, well, guess what? If I know that if I do it for me, that means that it trickles down to everybody else. If I do it, I know that my intentions is to make sure that this is, it grows this bigger. So I gotta worry about myself. I gotta, fill my own cup. I gotta, make my own vessel full before I can start pouring out to other people. I ain't no good if, I'm only half of a person. I ain't no good if I'm only giving half ass of myself. I'm not no good if I'm out here having to prove this, that, or the third to somebody because of the fact that I don't feel like, I can just say fuck it because fuck you. It's going to be what it's going to be. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Whatever happens, fucking happens. End of story. It's not your journey. It's my journey. Either way, guess what? We can't care about nobody being a spectator either because everybody's spectating in everybody else's life as well. So there's that. All you can do is be an innocent bystander. The thing that is when I start saying stuff and situations are happening where other people start trying to tether and tie and all types of weird shit. Because why y'all doing that? Why does it matter? Why you had to do that? Like, I'm beyond and I'm past all of this extra shit. Like, I'm just out here having a good time right now. Because at this point, everybody can die today. These people don't give a fuck about us. And now you out here worried about all the wrong shit. These niggas is out here a month ago talking about they was trying to push the button. On what? Your life, my life, they life. These people don't give a fuck. So at this point, what is anybody worried about? If you live like today was your last day, because it could be, with the way we got these people sitting in office and they don't give a fuck about nothing that's going on, you actively out here just, doing whatever you doing, and then you look up and it's a cloud of dust because these bitches felt like we don't even know what they arguing about. Mind you, we should be the ones that's mad because they out here fucking up, everything for everybody. Mind you, we still out here trying to have a good time. We still over here laughing about basic ass shit. Relationships. The things that people don't want to say to a person when you actively are saying that you love them. And mind you, that's all our focus is on, trying to figure out how to take care of this, and this. But meanwhile, they over here trying to figure out how to fuck up the earth. So certain things you shouldn't have, to worry about or care about anyway. And if you can't connect with people on a real authentic level, then I don't know what to tell you. Good riddance to bad rubbish, I guess. So some things are leaving because your spirit has outgrown them. The collective is now being reminded to protect your energy more carefully. Everyone cannot go into your next chapter with you. Some people are only meant to teach a lesson and not stay forever. And we keep holding on and trying to make people be somewhere where they don't want to be or where they're not even meant to even stay. It's not even meant for them to be around. God been trying to show you, the universe been trying to show you, situations been trying to show you, let it go. Like Elsa out this bitch. But no, you want to hold on because I love them. And I get it. I've been a sucker for a love ass bitch too. We like what we like. We love what we love. We want to do what we want to do. Meanwhile, the universe, God, everybody saying, Mother Nature saying, hello, flashing lights, move into the beat. Time for you to get up on out of here, please and thank you. While we having April showers bring May flowers, and it's getting ready to be June. And we finally are getting to the April showers bring May flowers. Time is being sped up on us. And people don't know how to laugh. People don't know how to love. People don't know how to enjoy. Are you one of them people? Because that's the thing. Do you know how to laugh? Do you know how to love? Do you know how to enjoy? Do you know how to have an attitude of gratitude? Because there's a lot of people that don't. There's also a strong reminder right now about self-trust. You already know more than you think you do. That feeling in your gut, pay attention to it. For many people, this next season is about rebuilding your confidence. And if we gotta do it here, one brick at a time, talking about shit that is, adult stuff, but also regular shit, the shit that you should have already been able to, conversate with somebody about, then we'll do that. We'll have regular conversation as to how do you tell a bitch her breath hot? Hell yeah, because I had my heart I had my heat. I'm sorry. I had my heat on the past 3 days. I thought it was May. Well, and mind you, it's been raining and raining and raining. And I've been thankful for the rain because do you know how fast vegetables grow in the rain? Like my freaking plants are huge right now. And it's only been what, like 3-4 days of the rain. And I've been thankful because Georgia was going through a drought. Mind you, Georgia then got burnt down and it was on fire for a while. And that wasn't normal. But mind you, now my vegetables is looking cute. My grass is fucking growing as high as it can fucking be. And I gotta go and I gotta go and get my blades because my neighbor was putting new blades on my lawnmower. Because the back part of my fence is high as I don't know what, but I was thankful for the rain. So we had 5 straight days of rain. And then you see all the flooding? Do you see how many places is flooding? New York flooded, Atlanta flooded. Like it's stuff happening actively in the world, and just because it's not happening to you or around you, it's actively happening. That means something. But then it made me wonder, like the places that are flooding, right? Because Atlanta, the drainage system ain't right in Atlanta, right? Which made me wonder, how do y'all put in big cities? How do y'all, and people keep saying Atlanta is not a real place, right? So just be mindful because when people be saying stuff like, I know it may just be going over a lot of people's head. He said Hawaii is flooded as well. You see what I'm saying? That's what I told you. It seems like the earth might be sinking a little bit. But mind you, then they said that the poles have changed. The North Pole has now been in the North Pole has changed to a different area. And then remember I said something about the earth being off its axis and everything else. Like, y'all, they know these people know something. Like, you're not gonna tell me all this shit is happening and nobody know nothing, right? But anyway, so everybody says Atlanta's not a real place. You have to be mindful because when you get shit put into the system, they're saying it for a reason. So let's go say Atlanta's not a real place, right? It's a made up place, right? It makes sense that it's a made up place. Why? Because the drainage system. Why would you make a city like Atlanta and not put drainage inside? Like you know that plumbing and drainage and all that shit is important, right? So we have to remember that they have been changing history. They changed the maps. They did stuff. So also we know that Atlanta is built on something else because they have the underground. And if you ever seen anybody go to the underground, there's a whole underground city and places that are down there, right? So that would also mean that Atlanta got put on top of something else. For some reason, they didn't worry about the draining and their drainages and stuff. Weather manipulation is in effect as well. Yes. So, and these are the things that like I think they stupid. They don't account for certain things. So that which is weird because to me it's like if you just go building places like stuff on top of stuff, You still have to have a place where there's drainage, especially when you got houses and toilets and things of that nature. Like people that like waste is an issue. And mind you, I happened to be in Atlanta one time and I was driving in a big truck and the way that the water was flowing was confusing the fuck out of me because why is it raining and flooding like this in a whole city? That means that the drainage ain't right. But also along with that, this is the only place that I ever been to that they have electric poles and look, whatever they did when they built this place, they built it quickly. Because everywhere else that I've been to in the world, when they built the telephone poles and shit, they put lights on them. Georgia don't have lights on the poles. Like in a lot of places, the roads be dark as fuck because there are no lights on. But mind you, it don't make sense because you would think that with the amount of money that they charge people, you can go through any area. There's already a pole there, just to fucking attach a light. But you can go down roads. They still got roads that look like dirt, like a third world country, and it's weird. And so it's a lot of stuff that don't make sense because how did y'all build this place knowing that it was going to be a city or anything else? Not worry about drainage, not worry about lights. It seemed like they just put it together quick. And so that right there concerns me. And then the amount of stuff that people keep finding underground is also another thing. Like, why was it that so many places are built on other structures? Like, what the fuck happened? I just really want somebody to tell us the truth. Like, honestly, that's another thing. Because at this point, everybody sees it. Everybody sees that something's not right. It's like, remember the Wizard of Oz when they went to go to see the wizard, and then all of a sudden they pull the curtain back, and it's this little midget man back there that's controlling all these big ass contraptions, and this, that, and the third. Like, the curtain has been lifted, the veil is up. Show us really what the fuck, because at this point, my brain only wants to know the real stuff. I'm tired of seeing all the manipulation and all the lies that's online. Everybody comes up with their speculation. Oh, you remember the da 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 from 1902, da 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 this, that, and the third. No, that's not the way it went. Because even over here, we're noticing, like in the United States, the 13 colonies, we know that was a thing. But beyond that, because I keep getting signs and things of that nature that, and what they're saying is that Africa is the cradle of life, but not realizing that a lot of people that were over here got sent to Africa. They changed the maps. They changed the way that, everything is looking. There's actually pyramids in the United States. But something in my mind won't let go that all of the land was connected. For me, I feel like that is a thing. That has to be it, because then that would be the only way that you would have certain, like the way genetics and stuff is coming up. Something about the genetics. These people are obsessed with genetics, DNA. I get why, but also it is certain traits of people. Like, they can also trace everything back to this, and then they'll say that initially, because that could be true based off of what they're saying. Because what they and how they try to do it. The thing that I keep showing and seeing is they will want you to only play around in this moment in time. So then you'll think that this is the beginning. That's not the beginning, because then they named it something else. And so if you figured out the name from this time, or this time or this time, that's how they keep piecing it together in sections. But no, what I want to know is this: the beginning of time, ground zero, the billions of years when this place came into existence. That's what I want to know. And then trace me all the way up into. So, like I said, even with the Pope Leo saying he's sorry about slavery, this and the third, great. Thank you for apologizing. But also, I need you to now come and get these people. I need you to now untie and tell these people that they don't belong here. Don't just cut and run, because at this moment in time, what I'm looking at is Rome, Italy, Rome, Italy's Rome. What I'm looking at right now is y'all are trying to apologize and cut and run and leave the damage. No, you have to clean it up. Like, I'm looking at Africa. It's disgusting me because Y'all have all the land in the world, but mind you, I'm looking at these fucking places that they built, and it's houses like this, like it's row houses. This not even row houses, it's apartments where they build up, right? And all these people keep doing like it just look dirty. It's dirty. And for all intents purposes, somebody needs to take control of the fucking neighborhood and say, this right here is cleanup day. Everybody pull them shits off them fucking balconies. Everybody get your ass out here and clean this shit the fuck up. Because how in the hell do y'all think that y'all... It's an attitude of gratitude. You're not being thankful even for the place that you have. You literally just throwing dirt and trash over the fucking top of the balcony. And this person keeps coming up, and I said, that's fucking trifling. And just because you don't have better don't mean you can't take care of wherever the fuck you are. And so, and mind you, that's everywhere, including us. So I noticed that this person to be talking about this area, because it's this lady online, and she's from Canada, and because America, we was going through whatever we was going through, because Trump was doing whatever he was going to do. All of a sudden, everybody from out of the other countries was coming out of talking sideways out of their face, right? And now Canada's over there doing some bullshit, but now where's the people? Like y'all quick to talk about somewhere else, but y'all won't talk about y'all place and the shit that Canada has done. Because Canada ain't exempt either. Ain't none of these fucking places that are on this earth that has a leader, ain't none of them exempt. But mind you, ain't nobody actively doing the thing that really should be done and taking care of what is already, like, don't build another fucking thing. At this point, like I said, just let me do it. Because y'all don't know what y'all doing. And don't build another fucking thing. Don't tear down nothing else. Don't build nothing, like no trees, no nothing. Don't build nothing else. Because at this point, it's so much shit that's unkept already, and y'all need to clean this shit the fuck up. Like that needs to be the narrative on the earth right now. Ain't nothing else getting built until y'all clean this shit the fuck up. And so after y'all clean it the fuck up, then y'all will realize that we have an overabundance of stuff. Now, after that happens and we figure out where we get ready to, do with the shit that is already here, let's figure out how to disperse, utilize, use, recycle what we already have. And then let's figure out who lives here, where, who lives, over here. What's being done with this land, this property? What's being done with this? Corporations, y'all are done. Period, point blank. Y'all don't exist no more because, bitch, y'all already is out here just doing too much with the universe. And until we figure out, don't do nothing else. Don't pump another nothing. Ain't nobody gonna pay for nothing. Ain't nobody, nope. Pull it to a screeching halt. And I mean everything, every fucking thing. And at this point, everybody, it's enough shit for everybody to have what they need. We're gonna start with that. Let's go ahead and disperse what we got and give it to, and then after we, clean this shit the fuck up, we can restart from a clean slate. And then also it'll give us a who needs what and where. Let's follow whoever did it and that made it, it looks like it's already productive, it's working good. System has to just shut this whole entire shit down, and then everybody, and this is why when they talk about one world, something, this, that, and the third, and they try to make it bad, technically it has to be. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't know why nobody that lives in fucking Canada don't realize that whatever happens in the world happens to us all. Whatever happens in China happens to us all. Like, if y'all already have, we're in a firmament, in a dome, in a this, that, and the third. Like, if we fuck up the air in the area, we're fucking it up for everybody. Like, I don't know why people don't think that if this place is disgusting and nasty, it's not going to hit us. If they fuck up the ocean over here, it definitely is going to have a ripple effect. Everything has a ripple effect. And so it's like reverse psychology on a thing. Oh, well, they're going to do one real time. It just depends on who the fuck the leader is. Because guess what? If we got a dumbass, bitch ass, good for nothing ass leader, then yes, the world's going to be fucked up. because they're not going to be caring about the people. They're going to be worried about lining their own pockets with money. Mind you, they're not worried about fixing the environment in the world that we live in. But if you have somebody that's worried about fixing the environment in the world that we live in and making sure that everybody can live and be sustainable around this bitch, then guess what? It's gonna be a good fucking time. And I don't mean a leader that fakes like this is what's happening. And meanwhile, under the ground, you out here harvesting and doing this shit. I mean a real fucking person that everything is transparent. This is what we doing, and this is how the collective's going to run because it works for the collective. And then everybody can come back and say, okay, this is doing good, this is doing good, this is doing good. If we don't have that system of everybody checking in and making sure that everybody's accountable, this shit is fucked. That's why I think that nuclear weapon don't exist. Well, they got something that's running around here. I don't know what the hell they got, but at this point, that's why I said I don't want to hear nothing about no aliens or any of this bullshit. Don't fucking play in my face, because if y'all exist and y'all ain't help do nothing, I don't fuck with y'all either. Because at this point, I'm sick and tired. Like, and I'm not the only person that's sick and tired. Like, that's why I said past that, ready for whatever's gonna happen. Because you mean to tell me you claiming you got technology and all this other stuff and you can't see the problem? Meanwhile, I'm just one dot, one speck on this simulation, and I can see the fucking problem. And I'm not the only person. Like, I'm looking at places. Ain't no way them people should be living on top of each other like that when they got land masses and things of that nature, but y'all not taking and utilizing the fact that it's niggas out here building fucking dirt houses in the fucking woods. Help each other build a fucking sustainable ass house. Mind you, there's other places around here that is very beautiful. Why are y'all hoarding these people into places that look like that? What was the benefit of this? Cause the shit look crazy. Like, I don't listen. I wish I could find this shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to save it because the person goes live every day. And I'm over here like, you mean to tell me why the fuck did they stack these people? But mind you, that's not the only place, because I've seen another place in a different country where they got all these people. It's like a whole big building that they raised up and they just throw the trash right down the middle. Like, what the fuck? Why do y'all got people living like that? Why does any leader that is saying that they're a leader, why do y'all have people living like that? And y'all actively out here not realize. I love him. This man is definitely doing the thing. Oh, can't do that. Paving roads, building stuff for the people, cutting the taxes, cutting the fucking he the only person. Mind you, they out here trying to destroy this man left and right, trying to destroy his character, but the evidence is showing that he's doing what a leader should do. Not important shit. Using the stuff that they actively have. Cotton. They got cotton. So guess what? All the clothes should be cotton. Mind you, cotton is better for you anyway. It helps your frequency. But yet, they trying to get rid of this man for doing the right shit. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all out here, they out here talking about some fucking alien, this, that, and the third. If aliens is around this bitch and y'all ain't did nothing other than fucking just sat here and looked at this shit, knowing that everybody is like, this shit ain't right. And you're never gonna convince me that y'all wanted anything good for the world at all, period. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Damn. The Air Force plane. Look at this shit. Got music, sorry. All these people around here want to do is start wars and a bunch of bullshit. They're not around here trying to clean up nothing, make nothing right, do anything that makes any sense. That's our shit. We made that. They got time to want to create liquor, alcohol, this, that, and the third shit that's gonna basically has 1,000 years been added to our timeline. That's what this person's out here talking about. Want to create AI so okay. Want to create AI so y'all can't believe nothing is real. To fake the people into this is what the leaders wanted to do. And y'all mean to tell me that they couldn't have done anything better to get together as a collective group of grown ass men and women and say, how do we make the world better? Instead of trying to figure out how they line their fucking pockets. That's all they're doing. They don't care. Yep, it's been raining so much lately. But that was supposed to be in April. Exactly. So that's how you know the shit ain't right. And all they trying to do is figure out how can we convince the people to trick them some more because we don't want to do the fucking right thing. Like, God, please get them people today. There's also a strong reminder right now about self-trust. You already know more than you think you do. That feeling in your gut, pay attention to it. For many people, this next season is about rebuilding confidence, becoming financially smarter, healing emotionally, creating healthier boundaries, reconnecting with purpose and creativity. We are not late. We are not stuck forever. And we're not starting from nothing. We're building from experience now. And once the actual world catches up to that, and the supposed people who are and is supposed to be in leadership catch up to that, then it'll be a whole better place. But anyway, make sure that you're not being reverse psychology out this bitch, because that's another thing. They'll try to point fingers. You don't da 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 da. Meanwhile, guess what? Be thankful. Be glad, because they're only trying to convince you because they're, trying to bibbity bobbity boo your ass. And we ain't falling for that shit. So stay on high alert. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. That's the message. Hopefully it helped. Have the day that you deserve. Always go with God. Always be diligent. And y'all just keep your head on a swivel, because at this point in time, we out here doing this now. Yes. Whatever that could mean for you, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, but know that everything works out for your favor. So if you wish to donate towards my channel, all the links are here in my bio. Super chat, super stickers, super chats are definitely welcome. Have the day y'all deserve, and so will I. My link to my GoFundMe, my Cash App, everything is up there. Majestic Grace, I love you. Thank you for being here. Mike Hill, love you. Thank you for being here. I love you. Do Harm, I love you. Thank you for being here. Period. Who else is in here? Miss Kelly, I love you. Thank you for being here. Paul Hopkins, thank you for Hawkins, thank you for showing up and being here. Everybody else, thank y'all for being here. I'm trying to get over here so I can see y'all before I click off here. If I miss anybody, charge it to my head, not my heart. It looks like it's gonna be a wonderful day, y'all. And yesterday it was raining and sunny outside, and it made me laugh because I said the devil out here beating his wife, but he mad for it. I think that's everybody. So anyway, I love y'all. Sigil, thank you for being here. Love you, and see y'all tomorrow, prayerfully, inshallah, and go God.